Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal. This is our weekly look, our weekly recap of the Scandal episode. The latest one in New York City is Mark Clark. In Washington, D.C. is Troy Johnson. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. And this episode is called Get Out of Jail Free. By the way, I have on my Men on Scandal shirt. You see that?
Nice.
You can order them. Hit me up, and I'll send you the link if you're interested. But
Hashtag shirts.
Hashtag shirt.
Get your one.
So the impeachment hearings begin. And, Melly's going over the script. Her lawyer says, look, if there's a question you're not comfortable with, say I don't recall. And Melly says, I don't want to say I don't recall. That's like admitting guilt. And she looked at the senators. She said, we should be fine as long as we stick to these questions, right? And they're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, ditto. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. Because, so Melly testifies that she didn't know Olivia was Fitz's mistress until really she says until Olivia told the press is what she's going with, right? Is that her story? And she's sticking to it. And then, those two senators, they kind of like, yeah, all right. So he closes his notebook and pulls out the red folder.
Not the red folder.
And Melly's like, dee, 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 dee. And Olivia's watching it on TV. She's like, oh my God. They're coming for blood. They're coming for Melly, man. And they bring up Jenny Locke.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny Locke was the supposedly the side piece, I think, from season 1, who Melly gave $2 million to admit that, I'm the one. And she really wasn't the one, was she? As I recall, she wasn't. She never had an affair with Fitz, but Melly convinced her that her life was ruined anyway, so you might as well make some money off of it. So she took the $2 million and says, yeah, we had an affair. And that was that. And
would you do that? Would you, either of you, do that?
$2 million?
I mean,
yes.
Under the premise your life is ruined.
Yeah.
Which means whatever you were doing, I would imagine you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
You take $2 million?
Yeah,
Tony?
I think I probably, if my life was ruined, yeah, probably, because I'm gonna have to make that last because I may not be able to find a job.
That $2 million.
I don't know, man. Would you?
Make it last forever. Hell yeah, I'm taking $2 million. Come on.
So they have
$2 million and buy me a Chick-fil-A. I'll be good.
$2 million, and I'm gonna move to Canada.
I heard that. So they make Melly read the transcript of Jenny Locke's deposition. I'm assuming is what it was, and then they ask her again, and she says, "I don't recall."
Yes.
And still, man, I still stick by what I said a couple episodes ago. Sally Langston, they just need to go to her and say, you know what? She killed her husband.
They got a file for her, too. Please pull it out.
What seems to be the problem? What's taking so long to settle her down?
She is so arrogant. She's
arrogant. Yeah.
We're just a couple of days away, y'all. We're going to find out a whole bunch of things.
I salute you.
Melly was hoping that Congressman Cummings was going to be on the panel because at least he would help her out.
We're better than that.
Right.
We're better than that.
But who's the brother that was sitting behind Melly in the hearings, man? He was just sitting there. I mean, I didn't know if he was alive or not. Man, so Fitz is told by his lawyer, Patty Snell, we are no longer cooperating with this. We're going to do a 180 because y'all didn't tell me about Jenny Locke.
Dang.
So we're going to do a 180 on that. So you're not going to make yourself available to testify. You're going to invoke executive privilege, and you're going to say this is a witch hunt. Cyrus is like, but what can we do? Because Fitz says, well, what about Olivia? And that's when Cyrus's mind starts working, and they come up with this idea that if they get married, Olivia won't have to testify against Fitz. Which to me in 2015 is so outdated. That whole, your spouse can't testify against you. Why do they still allow that? Because
hey man, it's love, man.
It's the last bastion.
Tony, would your wife ever say anything against you? No, she would not.
Yes, you would.
$2 million, my wife might be.
Yeah, for the $2 million. Oh yeah. So,
but that's why it's important, because this is the closest.
But guilty is guilty.
But it's the closest. It's the closest person to you.
But it's not a lawyer. A lawyer can't tell on you. So why should you? I never got that.
Because it's an extension of you, Tony.
Yeah, basically, this person, either in a good way or a bad way, holds all the cards.
Yeah, they know you.
They're either going to support you to a fault. No, he never did this. He didn't. He did it. or because they hate you, they're going to testify in a way that puts you in a negative light.
Yeah.
Yes, here's a whole list of things that he did that he didn't do. So
Right.
so they're an X factor.
Me and Allison had one of those X Factor discussions because she shared something. She was, as I then, gave my opinion. He said, "Look, honey, I was telling you as my husband. I was telling you as an extension of my mind. I wasn't telling you to get into a big long discussion."
Oh, damn.
Like, oh, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were speaking as. Okay. All right. Thank you. And that's why Tony is still in effect, because basically you may say some stuff, that ain't nobody supposed to know.
Okay.
So I buried the body underneath the basement. Oh, Lord, what are we gonna do?
You got it, husband.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I got it now. So okay. All right. So Elise, Jake's wife, meets with Eli because Eli's planning his escape. And as Eli, after their meeting, he goes into the laundry room, and the guard says, "You're going to get out through the laundry basket, the big, giant rolling hamper kind of thing." And then he's behind Eli, and he shanks Eli, man. Did he shank him or did he baton him?
I think you batoned him in the kidney.
But then they said later on that, I don't know what it was, but that's kind of like how that went down, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Fitz and Cyrus, they try and sell Olivia on getting married. Yeah. Because she's like, this is, I think what she's trying to tell them is that this looks so predictable. If we get married, it's so predictable. Everybody's going to see through it, know. And their argument, I think their argument is like, yeah, that's true, but it'll work.
Yes. This is the same bullshit that you've been telling everybody else.
Yes. Right.
I married a whore. I'm Cyrus.
He was like, I was on Ebony Jet Showcase for three seasons.
He said, you landed me on the cover of Out and Proud twice in a year.
2 times.
Not Out and Proud.
Out and Proud.
Out and Proud. So as it stands right there, the wedding is not going to happen. It's off.
I was on Logo for 3 episodes of a new series because of you.
Not Logo.
You know how many pride parades I was the grand marshal for?
Man. Jake is called to the prison where Eli is. And he finds out that Elise has been to the prison. And she tells Jake, well, yeah, I was there because I'm going to kill Eli. Rowan.
At first she said she wasn't, though.
Yeah, she did say I wasn't there. And he said, don't lie.
Let me help you out a little bit. Click, click.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she looked different. It was weird. She looked different than she did before, too.
Yeah.
Not quite as fine. It was like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah. She's going to look a
Going
lot
to prison
different.
to age you.
She's going to look a lot different in about 35 minutes, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Eli, Olivia meets with OPA, and she says no lying. When y'all get called before this congressional Senate hearing, there'll be no lying. And they're like, why?
Right. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
We're gladiators.
We're gladiators. We're liars, bitches.
Liators.
So what do they decide to do? They throw Harrison under the bus.
Yeah.
Harrison's the one who leaked the tape of Jenny Locke.
Yeah.
And they say, well, okay, let's go with that. And it's funny because when they're in front of the senators, they say his name all at the same time.
Yeah.
And even the senators are like, seriously?
The guy that's dead, the dead man. Dead men tell no tale.
That's it.
Sure is.
So Eli's in the hospital. So I'm assuming, he didn't get stabbed or he did?
No, he did not get stabbed.
Okay.
Which he said that he was faking arrhythmia later on in the episode.
Yeah. Well, he calls Olivia and says, I need your help. And he's got this desperate look that I'd never seen on his face before. I need your help. this, that, and the other. She hangs up on him,
Yeah.
which I was like, wow.
I really need you. Hello?
It was like,
Oh,
wow.
man.
Is she going to pay for that later or not? We'll find out, I guess. But the vice president, Susan Ross, she goes to see the attorney general, David Rosen. And she tells him she don't want to be vice president no more. I want to resign. How complicated would it be for me to resign? I don't want to be president.
I like her comic relief self. I like her.
Yeah.
Actually, she reminds me of my hometown of Springfield. Actually,
What was she doing? She came in the office. She duty. Like, she said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that."
But did you see that look on David's face though? He was like, "What in the hell?"
overwhelmed a bit. She's overwhelmed a bit. That's all.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
So Olivia tells Abby that if I marry Fitz, then I don't have to testify. Whatever. That whole thing like that. And I think Abby is still caught up in being in the presidential bedroom.
Yes.
Where it all goes down.
Yeah. It's fun. That's how you can tell they're really good friends.
Yeah.
Wait, can you imagine? First of all, Eleanor Roosevelt having sex in there. First of all, no.
First of all, I don't think Eleanor Roosevelt ever had sex. Well, clearly she did.
Not
clearly
in there.
Well,
She did, but
yeah.
You better go check up. You need to go to Mahalia Jackson's apartment for that.
oh man, I'm Mahalia Jackson.
Oh,
oh boy, woo.
Man.
Mahalia, your wonderful performance last Thursday. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you, girl. Would you like some tea?
Damn.
These are not actual voices.
Oh man.
Oh man, that is. So Eli gets hung up on.
You know you're going to hell, right? Just want you to know. You're going to hell. You could have said Mom's Mabley. But you said Mahalia Jackson? Oh man. It was nice. It was nice knowing you.
You want some lemon in it? How's Theodore doing? Well, you better slow his roll. You better slow his roll. That's what you need to do.
I have some sandwiches in the refrigerator. Would you like a sandwich? Would you? Would you like?
I would like a sandwich, if you will.
Oh boy. Oh
man. Where am I? Man. Where am I over here? Okay. So Eli calls Quinn and asks for help. She actually goes to the hospital and then she turns him down.
That was kind of funny. You dash out to go to the hospital to say no. That's kind of like, okay,
yeah. Well,
sir.
Yeah, sir. What was that about, man? So Fitz lays out the candles and roses from the bedroom to the balcony at the White House. That balcony, man. That balcony gets more attention, and he's asking for a do-over with Olivia, of course, while Aretha's Ain't No Ways playing in the background.
Yeah, that was...
Aretha's back, man.
That's cool.
And it's like you said, it's almost like a boxer telegraphing the punch, but it's such a good punch that the way she worked it in there was nice. It was, man, it made me have to go look at the lyrics again. Because, ain't no way. Okay, I get you.
And he has the Betsy Ross engagement ring. I thought this is what you wanted.
Yeah, Betsy Ross.
And the thing is, though, he even admitted when he was telling her, he didn't even lay out the roses and the candles, man. His valet did it. So that kind of takes away from the whole meaning of it, doesn't it?
He's the president. He ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Hey, he's courting. He's courting. He needs to lay down the roses and the candles his damn self, or don't admit that your valet did it.
Well, I don't know, Tony. Now, this is one of the rare cases where I'm with Fitz this episode because, look here, Miss Wishy-Washy. At least Fitz has been consistent with his love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now the reason why he wants to get married now, though, Mark, is because he doesn't want her to testify. That's the only reason why he wants to get married right now.
No, that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. He wants to be married to her.
Today he wants to marry her so she don't have to testify.
But this is what we have to do. But what I'm saying is he has no doubt, as he says, about his love for Olivia. And I think we have no doubt about his love for Olivia. Olivia, on the other hand, what do you want? Well, you know what I mean? If you ask him the question, he'll tell you what he wants. Yeah. He basically put his whole presidency at risk because of his love for her. Now, what did she put on? You know what I mean? It's like, she's wishy-washy.
Well,
and maybe Betsy Ross wasn't the right person.
Betsy Ross engagement ring?
Wait a minute. You should have got the Mary Lincoln engagement ring.
Mary Todd Lincoln. Yeah.
She married a gay man. You know, that's love.
Damn, man.
Okay, Abe, we can get married. I'm crazy.
Oh, so Olivia calls Jake.
No, you can't go back to Illinois, right?
Yeah, you wore out your welcome there, man.
One day when you pass on, Abe, there'll be a party called the Lincoln, the log, the Republic. I don't know what they'll be called, but they're going to use your name. Sorry.
Olivia calls Jake to ask what to do, and he says, "Click."
Finally, thank you.
He hangs up. You're asking me whether or not you should marry him.
Right.
That's the last straw.
That was the last straw, huh?
Finally.
How many bales of hay did we have to go through to get to that straw? Damn.
A lot of straws.
Oh, man. And then Quinn comes over, and Olivia still hasn't replaced that cushion in the sofa. Why did they show that? What was the significance of that?
Yeah, and they've actually had her at her house before with it replaced, so it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what it is. This show is like 24. All this happened in 33 minutes.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Quinn says she may have a solution. And she may. She may. This is where Olivia goes to see him at the prison hospital, and he says he's been faking the arrhythmia thing. And he tells Olivia, I can make...
What's this? I'm good at this.
He's so arrogant.
Yeah. Yeah, he just laying there. I don't know, man. But I think Troy got stuck like that, in the video.
I'm stuck?
Yeah, you're stuck. So
what happened to me?
I don't know, but you're stuck.
You're really good, man.
You're stuck in that arrhythmia, man. You're actually talking without moving your mouth. That's pretty good.
Oh well.
Well, it'll work itself out, man. But Eli tells Olivia, I can make all this go away. I can end the hearings. I can make everybody go back to their room. I could just end this today, but you got to get me out of this prison because they're going to kill me.
Right.
And then she leaves and gets in her car, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, why is Olivia driving herself around?
Right.
Why doesn't she have a security detail? Why does she have a chauffeur or something? I mean, she's on that level.
But I tell you what, that car lighting was right on point. Those lips are looking right. Damn, girl.
Yeah, she was looking good. Yeah, she was. So Melly meets with Olivia in the bowels of the White House.
Wow.
Olivia explains what happens if she testifies, and Melly wants to know, because Olivia says this can all go away if you let this guy out of prison. And she's like, well, who is he? And she says, she shows him the file. And who does Melly know him by? Damascus Bainbridge?
Yeah, the fundraiser, remember?
That's who she knows Eli as. But Olivia says, no, he's my father, Eli Pope. And Olivia explains Eli Pope to Melly. And then she tells Melly, my father killed your son. Mm. And that, of course, breaks Melly right there.
Yeah, and did she tell her why did she tell her in that moment after Melly kind of went off on her? Like she knew everything. It wasn't spiteful, right? It was just a confession, like, look, my dad killed your son.
I think she was just laying it all out.
Well, she said she was not going to, if she testified, she was going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's in truthful mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously, with no regard to the repercussions of being truthful.
Right.
But she was truthful nonetheless.
And when I watched it when I watched the episode, I had the subtitles,
Oh.
and so it's like Melly hyperventilates. So I thought that's interesting because obviously she was, but it even said what she's doing.
So now in bed, Olivia asks Fitz if she can see the ring,
Now,
the
stop
Betsy
right
Ross
here.
engagement ring.
Right, stop right here, Tony. Now, this right here will make husbands and boyfriends angry as hell. Fitz went off and, dressed her. What do you call it? Not undressed, Troy, when you're military. You get undressed. Is it undressed when your officer goes off on you?
Oh, you get
Dressed down.
dressing down.
You dressed her down, at the White House after saying, "Hey, nobody wants to do this, right?" So then she's like, "Yeah, whose ring was this again?" Damn. You know what I mean? You weren't even listening to what I said.
Right. No. It's worse than I'm with you, Mark, but it's worse than that. She knew who it was. She knew whose ring it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened a few hours ago.
Yeah.
How, not of all the names, you can't forget Betsy Ross, the woman who sewed the damn flag. Betsy Ross.
Yeah.
Rick Ross's mama.
Yeah,
Huh?
right. That's yes.
Those are the only two Rosses people know in America.
But did you
Betsy
notice?
Ross and Rick Ross.
And Diana? Don't forget Diana.
Diana Ross. Yeah, you're right. Diana.
Did you notice that they're in the bed? Mm-hmm. He reaches for the ring, and he still has on his wedding ring for Melly.
Yeah.
Well,
What in the hell is that? The whole world knows y'all ain't together. Why are you still wearing your wedding ring? And you're in bed with your mistress in the presidential bed.
Actually, that wasn't a ring. That was the exoskeleton under his skin of the soulless body known as Fitz.
Olivia,
It's Halloween.
Olivia agrees to marry Fitz. So apparently it's going down. She calls Jake to tell him, I'm going to do it. And he hangs up on her again. Good for you, Jake.
Yes.
Good for you, man.
No, this ain't good for Jake.
Thank you for Jake.
Good for Jake. He should have done this 3 years ago.
Well, better late than never.
Whatever.
Well,
I'm not giving him any props for that. For suddenly being
suddenly having a pair.
suddenly being the Navy SEAL that he's supposed to be. Damn.
Have you guys ever been that guy? Have you guys ever been Jake?
From State Farm?
Nah, I can't say that I have, man.
Have I been that guy?
Have I been that guy?
What are you saying? Number 2 on the depth chart?
Yeah, when you when honey calls you to help for your assistance, but she's getting her back blown out by somebody else.
No, I've never had that, man.
I've been in that situation.
Yeah, I wasn't, but not in a relationship. I would just be. So I was the friend. I think I was the surrogate friend for thousands of women. But it would be funny because and I wasn't necessarily didn't want them in a relationship, but I thought it was funny. I would be the release before they went and got some. I can't believe he treats me like this. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And blah 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 blah. Next day. Yeah, so I went over his house after I talked to you, and
Everything's okay.
everything's okay. It's like the cycle,
Yeah.
I was that guy for 5 people, man.
Well.
Girl, I'm sorry that happened last night, but you sound a whole lot like Eleanor Roosevelt.
Would you like a sandwich?
A sandwich?
You sure you with him and you went with Mahalia?
Eleanor, I know you like sandwiches, but would you like a taco? Oh, Mahalia, you crazy. You all crazy, girl. You wild, Mahalia.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Melly and Fitz, they hash out the settlement, trying to get this done so that Fitz and Olivia can get married.
Yeah.
And then Melly goes ham on Fitz, man.
You Keep poking the bear Fitz.
Right.
And she went in and she tells him what she did for him.
But wait a minute. She went in just as he thought she was going out.
Yeah. What'd you say?
What? Hold up. What did you say? She came back in the room. She was on 16th Street.
Yeah. She was going through the metal detectors, man, on the way out, man.
Why does that happen to you in those discussions? It's that last word that what'd you say?
Yeah.
And sometimes these women are so good at that, man. Sometimes a guy doesn't even say it; he just thinks it, and she's like, "What'd you say?" We didn't even say it, man.
Say it.
We just thought it, and they know. That's how good. That's how good they are, man.
The under the breath will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Every time, because she went in on him. Was she right though?
Yes.
Yeah, she was on point.
Absolutely,
huh?
absolutely right.
Yeah. And he couldn't say nothing. He couldn't say anything.
Did he know about? He just thought his dad, got on top of her. He didn't know the whole story, right?
No, he knew.
Did he know that?
I think he got the whole story.
I felt the same way. It kind of felt like
that's the first time.
I felt like he did not know. I mean, we know because we watched the show, but it kind of, I don't know. I kind of got the same feeling, Mark. I
want to say that he knew, but our viewers will they'll tell us in the comments whether he knew or not. So we'll find out. So because they know.
Maybe she did it. Maybe she did admit to it.
Yeah.
At least she didn't say he was a better lover than you. Then walked out the room.
Wow.
Yeah. Who's better? Segment from Mark's show. Who did it better? So David tells the vice president, Susan Ross, she can resign. You can resign. There's nothing to keep you from resigning. But why would you want to resign? And she would say, you have a wine cooler?
Yeah. Bartles and James' stock went up on this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. So they have wine coolers. And
David said, I have sisters. Of course I've had wine coolers.
But have you had pink champagne?
Yes.
See, that's when you know. That's
right.
when you.
Special.
That's when you grew up with sisters.
Classic.
No,
when you grew up with sisters. With an A.
Yes, with an A. Absolutely. And he tells her, he kind of explains to her that she really has nothing to lose in staying on as vice president. Now whether she listens to him, that'll be another story.
Yeah.
She could have taken that coat off too, by the way.
Yeah, she didn't want to take that coat off. So
well, but again, underscoring the fact that you're you're horrible. That's not. David did it in a very in a very
diplomatic way.
Diplomatic way.
Yeah.
But you'd be horrible.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know if you'd be a good president or not." Actually, I do. But they know that nobody wants to see this
Right.
with your coat on, self. Nobody wants that. So relax.
Can you imagine before she gives a State of the Union and she makes that sound, Troy?
My fellow Americans.
Lord.
Oh my goodness.
So we're in the Oval Office now. The day that Olivia and Fitz are supposed to get married, Secret Service is explaining to Olivia, we need to know who your chief of staff is. We need your phone. We're going to give you an encrypted phone, this, that, and the other. Your detail, what's your password name going to be and everything like that. And Jake is at the train station and he sees Elise, and Elise is dead.
Damn.
She got 2 episodes, man.
Hey, she should have known not to be at the train station.
Yeah.
At 3:00.
Anytime. That's how they, missed each other.
Yeah.
Is at the train station.
Yep.
Haven't you learned? You need another motor train. Could have called an Uber and then everything had been fine.
Not Uber.
Yeah, you're right. That just sounded like death.
Yeah.
Yeah, meet me at the train station where a sniper can shoot me from the top floor. Nice.
Olivia gets a phone call and she is summoned back to the bowels of the White House. Right. So while that goes on, Abby returns. Hold on a second, man. Abby returns the ring, the Betsy Ross ring to Fitz. It's because Olivia decides not to marry Fitz.
Yes.
Make up your mind.
Yeah. But you know what? That was a classic Olivia moment. When she was in the Oval Office, all these people are having these conversations around her, and she's obviously the subject of all of the discussion. She's zoned out of the very important conversation with the Secret Service guy.
Yeah.
She's like, "This is too much for me. I can't take it."
She did look gorgeous as the first lady looked with that dress, that
white dress
with their hair up.
Yeah. So all this is going on. This is
Hair
again
well done.
This is again to me. This is again the homage to The Godfather, right? This is the day we handle all the family business, right? When Mo Green gets his eye shot out, when one of the Dons gets shot in the spinning door at the hotel, and all this stuff, like all this is going on, right? So she goes down to the bowels to meet with Melly, and Abby gives the ring back. The senators get that yellow envelope. All of them get an envelope, right? Mm-hmm. And the investigation is dropped. All this is happening. All the family business is getting settled. Melly changes her mind, and she lets Eli Pope out of prison. And there he is. Hello, Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah. Melly had a cheesy smile on her face.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She had a plastic smile. Like, wow. It was like, you're going to make me president.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think she finally figured this out. I'm going to let him out, knowing now what I know. Mm-hmm. Now I understand the whole picture behind Damascus, Bainbridge, and Rowan, and Eli Pope, or whoever the hell he is. I know now. He's your daddy, and you're my bitch.
Mm. Damascus, Bainbridge. First of all, that name. Is that the conceived by the same guy that gave Michael Vick his alias, Ron Mexico?
Damascus, Bainbridge.
Yes.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much.
If you met somebody named that, you would be that's the first thought you'd have. Hey, man, nice meeting you. That's a lot.
Yeah. Damascus, Bainbridge.
You may know my father, Pete.
Pete Bainbridge. How you doing, man?
He put all that in you. That name, my son must have an amazing name.
Not Pete Bainbridge. See, Damascus Bainbridge could be Damascus Bainbridge, Eyewitness News. Pete Bainbridge, used car lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on down. See Pete.
Come on, Pete. Hey, body shop. Pete Bainbridge.
Oh, man. So that's the episode, man. Tell me what I missed.
You didn't miss anything other than the fact that Olivia is crazy. Well, what an idiot. Why? Come on.
But if you look at it from her perspective.
No, Tony.
If you look at it from her perspective, she clearly is a woman who's made, in the last 5 years, horrible choices in regards to love and men.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. What happened to I Can Fix It?
Yeah, well.
Can't fix this.
No.
But you could have. I mean, if you look at it, okay.
But pick your poison, though, man. Would you rather marry Fitz
That's what I'm saying.
Legally not have to testify, or would you rather have your daddy handle it and all of this goes away? No. See, this doesn't make this. Even Melly made sense again. She said, "You're doing all this for another year. Like he's about to be out of office, and then they can have their life.
You can have your life. So, what she should have done was gotten married.
Yeah.
You already know the man loves you.
Yep.
So you're saying get married and leave Eli in prison to die?
So what are they going to do next? Try to kill Eli? They don't. He wants her out of the picture in some ways. He certainly wants the people around her out of the picture, the people that she cares about, allegedly. Mm-hmm. He should have just gotten married.
So is it the Lazarus 13 people who were trying to kill Eli?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What I want to do, I want to do that thing where, remember when Abby came to see the gladiators? Mm-hmm. She came to see them, and she comes in, when people come in on that next word, I was going to go shopping, they come in. I want to try that in real life. When you enter a room and just take over the conversation, literally take over with the next word. We're going to go look at the board. Hello, everyone. Damn, how'd you know I was going to say board?
Yeah.
You open the door, walk down the hallway, open another door, and hit him with the word. Damn. It's as if you knew the script or something.
Yes. Imagine that.
Who's that hottie? Oh.
This is Kim Kardashian.
Oh, we got Kim Kardashian in the office.
Or it could be Lamar Zucker. Or it could be Bruce Jenner. Nebula.
No, you can't be Bruce Jenner.
No?
You got something Bruce Jenner don't have. Personality. And WJJ. Yet.
What do you mean? And you want a sandwich?
Man. So that's the episode. Get out of jail, free. All right. If you wouldn't mind liking this, subscribing to the channel, sharing it, all that stuff, it does so much. So much. If you like the link to the Men on Scandal t-shirt, I'll put it in the show notes in the description down below on YouTube. So we'll have that for you. All right. So thanks for watching. In New York is Mark Clark. In Washington, D.C. is Troy Johnson. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.